The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Giants and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. After this, the games count for real. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, back in the day, it was 6 preseason games, then 4, now 3. So here we are. This one, the last tune-up before the regular season gets going.
Yeah, and I know it's easy to start looking ahead to the regular season, and of course there's an excitement that comes when the games get real, but for so many players on these rosters, this is where careers and opportunities are made. I know from talking to these coaches, they're
final dress rehearsal before the regular season gets started in a couple of weeks' time. And off we go here in the NFL preseason finale. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led out by the former Missouri Tiger, who is their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
They face 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. And the Jets have a first down. Give left side. Here comes Hall. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. They'll look to throw. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Deonte Banks comes up to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. On the give, it's Hall. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll motion a tight end right. They'll go again with Hall. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Montrell Washington now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Giants.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. Still on his feet. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Connects with his big tight end, Manhurts. And the Giants are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line. Throwing again, Wilson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Jets offense ready now for their 2nd drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. And And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. They'll run. This is Hall. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Going up top. He's got it! And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. Big, big gain for the Jets there. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This one taken in by Reynolds. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. But let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but...
And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the 1st quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the 2nd?
Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Giants offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now the rookie out of Purdue, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tony Adams there on the stop. They go play action with Wilson. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now faking the give. He's got his man complete to Wilson. He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
That's complete to Jeremy Ruckert. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll look to throw again. This one caught by Lazard. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Another run here with Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. 13-7 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he'll get about 5. He'll look to throw. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll look to throw. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A run here with Hall. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. 2nd and 7. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll look underneath for Hall. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame.
That one, take it in. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now they don't have one for this guy.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Washington now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. Now Russ. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He keeps it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll take off again. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Jets 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. Quick throw here is complete. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw yet again. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jets tack on one more to their lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now it's Wilson. This one is caught by Robinson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They go play action now. Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Third and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This offense find themselves with a big lead here, but remember, it's still the first half, Mike. There's a long way to go. Defensively, they've got to buckle down. They have to find a way to put a lid on this offense, because if they don't, they're going to find themselves at the halftime break down by a whole lot.
Here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Lazard. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a second and 9. Back to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And that's going to be a first down. a pickup of 9. On the handoff, here comes Hall. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Look wide, get this one complete, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Now Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. In motion, it's Robinson. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. That's to Robinson. He's got it. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Wilson will throw again. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Again, Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Wilson. To the outside, complete to Johnson. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's Sauce Gardner, the All-Pro, there to knock that one away. On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
From the gun on 3rd. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Here's the rookie from Wisconsin. It's Braylon Allen. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again. His drive will start on the ground, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd and 11. Wilson lines up in the pistol. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Russ. He'll look underneath here for Tracy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Open man is Robinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Slayton is the man in motion. Play action. Now, Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a saying on defense, Mike, tips and overthrows, you've got to get those. Those got to turn into interceptions. So if you're the offense here, after you saw that ball batted in the air, Man, I can promise you it felt like a lifetime waiting to see if it just falls harmlessly to the ground.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. He'll get this out to the left flat, and they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Connects with his big tight end, man Hurts. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll get this only to about the 10. 2nd down and 8. Now the former Bill and Texan Devin Singletary. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Andrew Thomas, guilty there. From the gun, it's Wilson. He is in.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Now, Gano for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants are able to cut the deficit to 10. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're going to try to keep it going. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. On the give, it's Hall. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Give up the middle with Hall. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Back to throw. That one into the hands of Smart. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a designed run. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. He'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got his man at the 6. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
They'll run. It's Hall. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. That is caught, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he'll only be able to get to the 7-yard line. So good work by the defense. It sets up 4th down. Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Slot receiver, headed right. To throw, DeVito. This one complete to Washington. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 1st and 10. Now DeVito. First down throw there is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. Back is DeVito. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They look to be on their way to a 2nd win in 3 tries here in the preseason, and they'll begin here with 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. Another run, and again, it's Allen. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Taylor looking to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Third down and 9. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Here's the man signed from Houston. It's Devin Singletary. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Slot man in motion left. DeVito. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's DeVito. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. That one on the former number 7 overall pick back in 2022, Evan Neal. On the read, he's going to try and run with it. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is DeVito. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Back to throw is Taylor. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Here's Taylor. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Taylor. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A carry here for Allen. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now he'll run it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Throwing, Taylor. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jets will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Man in motion here is Washington. Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, Really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
That'll be intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Allen. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Washington now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw, here's DeVito. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Connects with his big tight end, man Hurts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They motion the slot man left. They'll look to throw again. The completion for Zach Pascal. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the air one more time. Quick hitting slant there. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard?
He slams it in there, and he is in. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here comes Allen. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. So right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Allen. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. They go back to Allen. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Jets. And they appear ready for the regular season. They'll get a primetime battle to get the season underway. Jets and Niners. Monday Night Football from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific, right here on EA Sports. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. We'll see you September 5th in Kansas City. The Chiefs and the Ravens in the season opener. Can't wait. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening.